Hey guys, Thetcglover here, how are you doing today? And before you ask, yes, the hairdresser fucked up. I just wanted my hair slightly cut and they've completely, I can now enlist into the army, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, today's video is going to be a brief one because I don't want to go on too long. But basically, we're going to talk about Qliphort for a minute because Qliphort is going to be a deck that's going to take over this game. Everyone's going to quit. It's like Dragon Rulers come back. Oh my god, it's not really like that, is it? Let's be honest. It's not Dragon Rulers, but it is still a very good deck. It abuses the pendulum mechanic to an extent that makes you wonder whether or not pendulum should have been invented in the first place. Qliphort, in my opinion, is actually not really as good as people say it is. I mean, to some extent it is. Mechanically, it is a very good archetype, I'm not gonna lie. If you go back in time to other archetypes that have existed in a competitive sense and realized how Konami have dealt with them, you realize that they actually are very volatile. Now, Qliphort are a deck that you can invest into. People are already collecting summoners art so that you can get the tool which searches anything you want, so it has a lot of versatility. If you've been watching mirror matches or you've been watching Qliphort duels on Dueling Network, you will see that people have been siding into Spell Shattering Arrow, free MSTs, they've got the Twisters, they've got Dust Tornado, anything to stop Qliphort Tool from going off. So they pay 100, you MST it. So in that sense, if you did it at the right time, if you've got the MSTs, if you've got the face-up destruction, you can get rid of the Qliphort Tool, you can put them back 800 life points in time. That can win you a good duel straight up. And Qliphort Tool, once it's in the extra deck, it can't do anything until it gets pendulum summoned, which by that point doesn't matter because, you know. Now, apart from that, if you look back into other archetypes, you realize that Qliphort's inherent abilities really make you wonder whether or not it will really survive more than 3 months. Okay, the deck is incredibly powerful, but if you look at next challenges, the set, you realize that they actually gain a hell of a lot of support from the get-go. Next challenges gives them pretty much everything they need to be a relevant deck straight out the box. Okay, if you buy boxes, you will pull the entire deck and you won't need anything else. Okay, because Qliphort, if you look at their pendulum effect, you can't special summon any monsters except Qliphorts. So what happens when Konami hits Qliphorts and they can only special summon Qliphorts? Then you realize the deck dies because they have no way to get better. Like, you go, oh, let's splash this in, this is a good card to go with it. No, it's not, because you can't use it because Qliphort stops special summons. So if you've got a decent normal summon, that's great. But apart from that, Qliphorts work on their own. And the minute that you hit Tool, if Konami hits Tool because Tool is too strong, then Qliphorts as an entire archetype die. Okay, and they've already got all the stuff they need to be great. They already got their boss monster, they've got their searcher, and there's all these support cards out there in terms of summoners art to get those cards. So they've got everything they need already. Why would Konami support them for more than one set? They might gain another couple of cards, but it probably won't be very good because they tend to kill them more slowly. But because of the fact they've gained so much stuff already, Konami's probably going to give them one extra set and maybe gain 1 or 2 extra cards. But Qliphort's already got everything they need. They can only special summon themselves. They can't special summon other things that aren't Qliphorts, which mean that when they hit Tool, which they probably will because it is by far one of the most powerful searchers ever in existence. It's a rotor that you can keep using every turn and keep fucking using over and over again. That's the thing that makes me worry about people, because people are saying that this deck is going to be one of the most broken things in existence. It's like, yes, possibly, but other decks can compete against it. It's not completely indestructible. It's not Dragon Rulers, because even siding against them was difficult, because if they go first, they can do double Dracosack and stuff like that, and this deck can't do that, because Qliphorts need you to commit resources before they can do anything. Because if they go first, Tool, search, and then you OTK and you win. Or they go second and then they have 6 cards and then they Tool into the 7th card and then they have to make something happen, otherwise they're still going to lose or they're going to go back too far. And if your opponent obviously has the MST for it, then Qliphort Tool isn't going to do anything, it's just going to go. But the main problem with the deck is that it's so inbred in how it is designed that once it dies out, it will never see the light of day again. Even if Tor goes back up, it will only go back up during a time, maybe in like 3 years time, when the deck is no longer broken, because there'll be much more broken pendulum decks in the future. But that's my opinion. I think the deck is incredibly powerful. That goes without saying, okay? But I do feel like people are not really taking into consideration that first clause in the pendulum effect. You cannot special summon any monsters except Qliphort monsters, and this is on every single Qliphort and any future Qliphort that comes out in the next 3 months. So think about it. You may get some fun out of the deck. It may make your deck tier 0. You know, there might be some YCSs where Qliphorts take like 25 spots out of the 32 or something. Once that happens, you realize that you are on a ticking time bomb where you need to get rid of these cards, because once Tor gets hit, the deck is gone. So anyway guys, comment down your opinions down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I've been thinking about making this video for a while, because some people have just not been thinking straight, and it makes me worry about the player base. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, and until next time, the Thetcglover is out.